Jai Hind everyone. Just we saw a clip, and the clip signifies a leader has to think in such a way that he is or she is establishing legacy, leaving footprints, and it will start from childhood days. What thought comes to your mind when we saw this clip? Which wo Harry, Chicago Airport is named after him, and his father Easy Eddie. What thought comes to your mind? Yes.
Our thoughts makes up our legacy.
Yes. Thoughts makes up legacy. Anything else? Whatever thought comes to your mind after seeing such intensely emotional stories. Yes.
We can buy everything with money, but the only thing that we gain by the hard work and patience is the happiness.
Yes. Hard work is key. Sacrifice is key. Selflessness is a key. Vision is a key. Because that father had a vision that my son should be proud of me. Similarly, you know the story of how Nobel Prize started? Alfred Nobel, he was known for invention of dynamite. You know it? Who has actually invented dynamite? But there was one incident when his, I think, cousin had died or brother had died, and in those days there was some communication gap, and the print media thought that Nobel has died, and the news was something negative, like killer of the world is no more, or some kind of destructive force is no more. And he saw that news and he realized that people will see like this after I go from here. And it changed his personality, his thought process, and then a thought came of Nobel Peace Prize. Now, whatever today we know Alfred Nobel, so rosy picture comes in front of us, so good picture comes up in front of us. So this is what he realized because of that one incident. So here also, we have to think that whatever we are doing should be meaningful, purposeful, should carry some message. Leadership is all about this. You have to be always thinking what are the repercussions of your actions, what are the consequences of your whatever actions and decisions you take. Okay, so in the series of officer like qualities, today we will go into section of social adaptability. When you are in the journey of being a leader in future, it starts from family, then it comes to a neighborhood, and then you, whatever position you achieve, your leadership spectrum and circle then increases. But the foremost thing is how well you adjust with people, because you are going to lead people, not machines. So social adaptability is one thing where your character is tested. You may be a person when in isolation, but moment you come into a group, there is a likelihood of some qualities which you also don't know will come into foreplay. You may not adjust with people, you may not like some people's face, you may not like some people's ideas and how you react. This is how social adaptability section, especially in defense forces, because here we are a nation of diverse nature. We are having so much of different kinds of people in the army, air force, navy, and you have to command, once you get into a leadership position, people from different background. So your social adaptability is very important. You may become a cadet and you have to adjust with another cadet and thereafter into the leadership position. This is how you need to look at it, that If at all you have got some shortcomings, you have to improve upon it. We will see some of the qualities. The first, when we say social adaptability, someone to read loudly.
Social adaptability personality trait which shows that how we connected with our family, friends, and society. It also details with how well you are able to manage different situations so as to keep your surroundings safer with zero
Entropy. See, if you face SSB interview tomorrow, there is one personal information questionnaire, and there so much of your own details are given by you only, and the interviewing officer uses that details to ask some questions, and it primarily revolves around your family, friends, hobbies, personal details. Why? This is that answer, that how well you are adjusting with your family, how you are behaving with your friends, what kind of perception and behavior you have in your close circle, because you are stepping out of your family and close friends, and now you are applying to a position where you may be a military leader tomorrow. So they want to check how you are in family and how you are in friend circle, school, college. So what is important? That you have to adjust. Many a times we think that people will adjust with us, but the good people starts with self. I have to adjust. Suppose you are in a train and you are having a co-passenger, and co-passenger has got some problems. You should easily adjust and accommodate that passenger's need. This is what is expected from a good leader. Solving others' problem, looking into the others' shoes, that what kind of problem a person is facing. And this kind of vision, this kind of thought process, and this kind of attitude you need to develop. So start with your buddies, start with your friends, start with your family members, realizing what kind of problem my mother faces, my father faces, my brother faces, what kind of problems teacher must be facing when you are dealing with them. So your problems posed by you gets reduced, and this is how you get better trained to appear in SSB interview. It is simple, but you have to evaluate your daily activities. Suppose you get up in the morning, your bed is done by your mother. Try and analyze. I can do myself, takes 2 minutes. Why should mother leave her work and come and do your basic things? These are small, small thoughts should come to your mind. When you are having, suppose you had chips packet, finish that chips, and you thrown into some open place. A thought should come, why should I increase others' work? Why should I make a place dirty? These kind of small steps by you will fit you into a social fabric. Some people spit in open public. Some people are creating problems for others. Suppose you are riding a bike, scooty, and you are unnecessarily blowing your horn. You must think that, am I creating a problem for others? These are small thoughts at your age will make you a better person who is easily adjusting into the society, understanding others' problem, and may lead people in a better way. Okay? Adaptability is a key parameter in heterogeneous groups. And what is Army, Air Force, Navy? Heterogeneous, so diverse, and that is the requirement. Your social adaptability is one of the quality which will be tested. So try and analyze. Now also you came to a different fabric in hostel. Lot of students are there, and how easily or difficultly you are adjusting. See, it is not that only one person is adjusting. If another person is not accommodating, not helping, problem will be there. But then you can approach the higher authorities, isn't it? But then this portion should start think, okay, I am adjusting. My social adaptability is like this. a thought will come to your mind. That is your beginning. Understood? Okay, we'll go to next quality. Cooperation. In society, when there is one more than one person, you need cooperation to work together, especially for common aim. Someone to read from this side.
Cooperation is the spirit to help or assist others so as to create a healthy environment. One should believe in give and take, and this also holds true for the law of nature because nature acts as a copying machine. Whatever you give, the same is reflected back.
Very true. Nature is really a photocopying machine. As you sow, you will get it. Okay? And cooperation is must because you are getting into an organization where common mission is there. It is not some factory where the outputs are some machines. Here, you will be dealing with people. And the daily production is what? In army especially, what is the daily production? The motivation and morale of the people. Motivation and morale of the team. So you must understand that this is the motivation and morale which will win war for us tomorrow. So that way, is there any cooperation in a team? Take an example of football team. If not cooperating, will you be able to score a goal? You will face goals from the opponent because you are not cooperating, you are not working as a coherent team which is well knit, well coordinated, and that is the problem. Chak De India movie is all about this. So this is what a good team requires, cooperation. And this cooperation will make you better person. You will be accepted by your subordinates, your peer group, your seniors. See, there is one saying, you must not demand respect, you must earn it. If you are a senior for some people, by virtue of you being senior, you will be respected. But what is ideal? No matter where you sit, people should respect you. Isn't it? People should respect you because of your nature, not because of some temporary positions. And that is the highest form of leadership. We had so many examples. People mobilized large number of population. Mahatma Gandhi mobilized huge population. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose created an army. Isn't it? So leadership qualities should have these small components: cooperation, social adaptability, and we saw before this some qualities. They are combining all these qualities. We have to work for leadership improvement, and without cooperation you cannot have a good team, and your leadership is at question now. Cooperation is must. There is no alternative. Sense of responsibility. I had talked in my initial lectures also. This is one of the most critical aspect, generally neglected. And from this originates many things. If there is a sense of responsibility, initiative will come, actions will come, work will come. Okay? If sense of responsibility is there, that I have to defend my nation, I have to serve my nation, automatically other qualities gets taken care of. Someone to read loudly.
Whatever you do, that must be done with a sense of duty and discipline. Always follow the rules and regulation. It's a pursuit of a civilized person.
Precursor of a civilized person. Because police havaldar is standing there, and that's why I am wearing helmet or I am not crossing that line. Is it okay? No. Whether police havaldar is there, traffic havaldar is there or not, I will do what is supposed to be done. This is that sense of responsibility. Whether my mother or father is monitoring I am studying in the night or not, but sense of responsibility makes you tell the truth. I am studying, and when the study time is over, you are declaring I am sleeping or I am watching movie. This is that honesty will come out of that. Sense of responsibility. We will not fool others. And sense of responsibility, if it is missing in team leader, what kind of objective that team will achieve? Zero. In fact, it is fooling the entire team which is depending upon them or looking up to them. Try and understand these consequences. Okay, where you feel doubt or you have some kind of query, you can ask. I'm still going slowly. Okay, one should not obey the traffic rules just for heck of it. In fact, that must be obeyed with a sense of duty. Sense of responsibility tells you duty. Generally, people are more talking about rights. This is my right. As a youth, I have got this right. As a child, I have got this right. As a student, I have got this right. But how many of us are talking about duties? On election day, when you get into the age bracket of 18, how many of you will be performing the voting rights as a duty? This is a question. Society is neglecting all these things. It is a duty. A right is given, but perform it as a duty. Okay? From the sense of responsibility comes an initiative. Someone to read?
Taking first steps in a law, in a new direction, giving your 100% and sustaining that effort till last reveal high degree of initiative. Taking initiative requires a
Gut feeling. This is a very simple phenomena. Initiative. Many people will be followers and very few will be leaders. This will distinguish. How? When you are told to do something and then you do, but one of you, without telling, is coming forward and saying, we will do this. That is initiative, clubbed with sense of responsibility. Suppose you are a class and there is no teacher, and one of you takes an initiative that we are sitting idle, can we do something better? Comes forward and proposes that can we have lecturate? Can one of us who is good in maths can take an example? Let's not waste time. But this feeling will come a person who is having initiative kind of attitude, a personality. You must realize that this initiative is important and it will be checked in SSB. Because you will be a team leader and suppose you are at a post where you are the highest authority. You are the highest authority. Nobody is going to tell you what to do. And if you lack in initiative, you will slip. If you lack in sense of responsibility, you will slip. And so will be your team. So this initiative is what kind of work can be created, sense of responsibility, where we are sitting, what kind of job we are supposed to do, and we must go for that, isn't it? We must go for performing the job without receiving any specific instructions at times. Generally you have standard operating procedures, generally you have some kind of instructions what to do, but then what is leadership? When there is a void of instructions, if there is nothing clear what to do, you take initiative with a sense of responsibility and you perform task. Your team is performing task. You in sports field, you must realize this. You must be doing it. But this is what is going to get checked in your SSB interview. We will see some of the tasks how it gets checked. But for theoretical purpose, we are trying to understand it so that in daily life you are starting to realize this is how these qualities are there in me. I am lacking in few and I am good at few. You must start evaluating it. Okay. Initiative differentiates leaders from ordinary people. True. That is how you will be segregated whether you are a leader or not. You are just a passenger. Initially I had said, na? I had said, are you a driver or a passenger? Are you in control of your things? Schedule, time management, your syllabus, initiative. If you are falling short of time, you will take out extra time, you will wake up early, you will sleep late. This is what is that all means on ground. You have realized my syllabus is not over, exam is coming. So you are now deciding 1 hour extra in the morning I have to take out. You are realizing that 1 hour in the night I have to be giving extra. Then only I can cover this syllabus. This is that initiative. Not that your mother is telling or father is telling or a teacher is telling, बेटा 1 घंटा और पढ़ना पड़ेगा. वो बोलने के बाद तो फिर तो गधे आप, घोड़े कहाँ हो? Okay. This is that image speaks a lot. What is that image? A cat looking into the mirror and assuming herself as self-confidence will get you to that level. Okay? We will see this last quality and thereafter we will finish today's lecture. Someone to read loudly.
Self-confidence is your faith upon yourself and in your abilities. Self-confidence is reflected by the way you walk, the way you talk, and the way you express yourself. A strong body language, loud and clear voice, and a good expressive personality exhibits a great self-confidence. And remember, a well socially adaptable person will be able to add on something extra to his self-confidence.
You see any heroic action? Today we saw a clip. Butch O'Hare saw 9 enemy airplanes, decided he will take on, shoot down 5, others ran away. Japanese aircraft, Second World War. What was that? Sense of responsibility, courageous nature, sense of responsibility towards the nation and the people on ship, because that ship was getting targeted. That ship had a lot of people on board. And then confidence, self-confidence, that I can do it, even at the cost of my life. This is that image throughout your life correlate. I may be small, I may or may not be able to match up to the expectations of a situation, but I will not give up. I will try my best and I will behave like a lion and tiger. That is what is self-confidence. You read any good story about heroics in any world war or any operations or even in sports of field. The field of sports, you see any match where single-handedly someone makes team win. What happens? Self-confidence. The belief that I can do, I will try. I will try my best. And team wins because of one person's extraordinary show. The self-confidence is a hallmark that again separates leadership layers. Some will be great leaders. That confidence has to be there. Because from this comes another qualities, decision making. From this comes decision making. A person who is not confident, how can that person will take decision? I will give you at your age what happens. Suppose there is one trial test. You are confused. You are not finished your syllabus. And in that confusion, you will check up with others. तुम दे रहे हो टेस्ट, तुम्हारा हो गया. Now see why it is happening. And another person, नहीं मेरा नहीं हुआ है, मैं नहीं दे रहा हूँ. Now decision making इधर क्या हो रही है? अरे ये नहीं दे रहा, मैं भी नहीं दूंगा. But what you are doing ultimately, you are actually showing poor confidence. You are showing poor sense of responsibility towards your duty. You must be taking decisions in the right spirit of the position. If as a student there is one test, you must appear in it. Other day, like yesterday only, Sunday was a voluntary meditation, voluntary PT. How many came? Some did not come, isn't it? Some did not appear here. Now correlate these qualities. That doesn't mean that you are failed. But now it is time to introspection. Can you take initiative? Can you feel sense of responsibility? For 30 days you are here. Can you do extra? Can you go for extra efforts? Can you be part of team always and every time? These are small questions now should get raised in your mind. And I'm telling you, moment you start thinking on these lines, you are starting traveling on a road of good leader. One day you will be a good leader. Okay? Because these questions should arise in your mind. Avoid the use of words such as try, should, could, may. Use of such words show lack of confidence. For example, in interview, if you are asked, can you run 50 kilometers? You will be definitely thinking over it, can I run? And your answer will be, sir, I will try. And some students may not even answer that. But one of you will say, sir, I run generally 5-10 kilometers. I will definitely run for 50 kilometers. This is that self-confidence naturally flowing. This is how you should test yourself. Wherever you are feeling confused, remind yourself, why should you be confused? You have to take a call. At the most, what will happen? Decision will go wrong. But not taking decision because of lack of confidence is totally failure. But taking a decision, facing a failure, still okay. Still okay because you tried something. Try and understand these small scenarios and change your attitude towards things. In your day-to-day routine life, wherever you are confused, how much hours you must study, what should you do, whether group of people going for movie, should you go or not. Small decisions don't take much time. Take bold decisions. Bold decisions. Develop that habit. At the most, what will happen? Just challenge yourself. क्या हो जाएगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा? This kind of attitude is required in extreme case of emergencies, where you have to take a decision in few seconds at times. Okay? Any questions so far? Because we'll call it a day now. Understanding that requirement of a military leadership is revolving around few qualities, and these qualities theoretically we are understanding. Subsequently, through few tests, we will evaluate. We will discuss, because there are some tests. These are qualities. It is not that you will get a question, what is self-confidence, what is social adaptability. It will not be like that. There are few tests in that it will be reflected. How it is coming out, how it is getting translated in your behavior. When you will write some psychological test, you will do some tests on ground in a group. When you face interview, that time it will come automatically. These all qualities will be indirect, not direct. And you must try and understand, yes, I am going there in interview and I am getting checked on these qualities. So this will help you to perform much better. Okay, so far so good. Shall we end here? How is the Josh? Not seems that high. How is the Josh? Okay. Thank you. Jai Hind.